We set the trend in the script.
Absolutely. You are, you have been, you will be under the groove.
Snip this glue, get in the zone, because we got to go do something. So that's what we did. And I'm going to be honest with you, I used to like it. You got people from the east and the west and different places, to come over and groove with us.
Was Hoover grooving some part of Hoover? Never met a Hoover groove.
Never met.
Me and you was never in my life. But
a part of what was called the Bonzella Crips.
Hoovers ain't starting no Hoover Crips. And we hit that hand moving on you, walking in your house.
Wait, do that again.
Hit that hand moving on you, that messed up your whole party. You are, you have been, you will be under the groove.
Trey Foe, 7-11, the Deuce and the 9. Hoover head culture enthusiasts, the Hoover Knights, the collective, and the people. We're wide and outside, man. Look, the Hooververse is on the ground, and we're smooth with this groove and always ready to go. Today, Laylo Hoovers is outside, as they always are, with Under the Groove, man. We have OG Hoover Head, OG Bobcat, and OG Lil Mack. All 11 Deuce Hoovers front and center, which is get down. Listen, these Hoovers are here to lay down Laylo law about 11 Deuce history, man. So let's go. But before we do, I want everybody to understand, man, we're going to do this shit, and it's a process. We got Hoover Head, who's going to go first, Bobcat next, and then Baby Charles, Lil Mack. All right? So introduce yourself, brother. Let the people know who you are.
Hey, what's happening out there? I'm Big Head from Westside Hoover, 112th Street.
I'm Bobcat, 112th Street.
I'm Lil Mack, 112th Street.
There it is, man. Look, okay. So I want to start with you first, Head. Then I go to Bobcat and Lil Mack. So how did you end up on Hoover? Where you come from?
55th and Broadway, man. This shit crazy because I was about 9 years old, and I ain't got no big brothers, never had none. So, I'm the big brother to my little brother and sister. So, I was always a protector of them, right? So I come up, Miles moved from the east side to the west side when I was about 9 years old, bought a house and all that. And I grew up in that house right there. And I started stepping out when I was about 14, 15, just right outside.
That house was where?
Off of Imperial and Budlong.
Imperial and Budlong.
Yeah. So I've been there, since then,
All right.
But, I done moved on since then, but
yeah,
that's where I come up at.
Right,
what I'm saying? And I was kind of curious about things, because before she bought the house, we used to ride down Hoover to come see the house before it was built.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
so it's a new home.
Yeah, she had it built. The kind of houses that, the lot is empty. So then you buy the property and then you take the house and they start standing up, whether it's one of those houses they bring on a flatbed.
That's right.
So we was riding with moms in the 1970 Camaro to check on the progress of it, right? I'm 9 years old. I can't wait to get in this. But we get there, like, what house? You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't nothing there.
It's coming,
Yeah.
So, but we used to ride down Hoover. And then I was always looking when I see shit to the left or see shit to the right. I'm exploring. Why don't you look your ass over there? I said, man, what's wrong with over there? The more you get told not to look over there, the more you're going to look over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how, kids is when they're young. So, man, coming up in that house right there, when I turned about 15, 16 years old, I was playing football, street ball right there, with some of the cats on the street, and then I had people coming through that didn't live on the street, young dudes, and they was bullies, you know what I'm saying? And for some reason, they just took to me, hey, nigga, when you going to put a Roscoe on the set? I'm like, what?
Roscoe.
What's the set?
Let people know what the Roscoe is in the set.
You know what I'm saying? And man, the next time I see you, better have a Roscoe on the set. I'm like, shit. You know, I ain't finna go in the house, run the house, tell moms like, hey, these niggas out here tripping on me, you know what I'm saying? So I kept it in, you know, I didn't say nothing to her, you know. So man, it got kind of serious, man, where niggas was coming through and taking off on me. Bam, boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, man, I'm tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I had friends, childhood friends, Bird, HIP, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mack, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Booby, Dirt Rock, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We, you know, I had a whole bunch of, you know, we was already like a little community, you know what I'm saying?
And you just named them 3 individuals, and we all know them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, them my loved ones.
Yeah.
Were they with you in elementary?
Yeah.
What elementary was that? Where'd you go to elementary?
I went to the old school, Woodcrest, right there on 109th and Budlong.
Yes, sir.
You know, and from there we went to Henry Clay.
Yeah.
You know, that's really when all the, you know, the you know, crashing started happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm going to school, my friends, you know how niggas say sandbox.
Yeah.
I didn't know them that long, but we was like sandbox.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some of them was sandbox, but like I say, some knew each other before I got there, but those are my friends coming up.
At Woodcrest, though, right back in elementary, you had Mack, you had Dirt Rock, and you had you just the third person. Did you say Booby?
Oh man, Doom.
But Doom,
You know, a lot of us, man. Keaton.
All y'all was at Woodcrest.
No. Some of them went to Gardena. I come from Woodcrest.
Right. All right.
You know,
I'm talking about elementary though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, big Dirt Rock.
Yeah.
We all Woodcrest. You know what I'm saying? Buddha, Mack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doom.
Yeah.
All of us went to Woodcrest.
And that's as kids, man. Also as kids, who else was around, man? Who, I mean, you know,
shit. Gangbang.
Elementary though. We talking about Woodcrest. Who else went to old school elementary?
Oh shit. Bobcat.
There's a lot of heads from that area. You know what I mean?
Let me see. Quack went to. Did you go to Wood? Yeah, I think Quack went to Woodcrest, but not in my year. You didn't go to Woodcrest? Okay, well, there's a lot of homies came from there. You know what I'm saying? And I knew a lot of homies from Woodcrest. Let's put it that way.
Right.
But by the time that I got 15, 16 years old, that all them people that I knew, that came to know as friends, you know what I'm saying, we was cool.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Wasn't gang banging though.
Right.
But we was cool. You know, we knew each other, mamas and shit like
families
that.
knew families back then.
Right.
At that time, you do it. If you fuck with a homeboy, so-called my little running partner, my street, my road dog, you do his mama, his whole family.
Right.
You know what I mean? The mama knew you. You know what I mean? She probably knew your mama as well. You know.
Yeah.
I was thinking about some individuals back then where you're talking about Fish and Boo from 9-4. They lived on 105th. Right behind us. We lived on 106th.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know them? Yeah,
No,
from
I didn't
9-4
know that.
Hoover.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
They were, you know, well, most 9-4s before they came Hoover.
Yeah,
Broadway.
I went to probation school with Fish.
Yeah, that's the homeboy, man. They, you know, I started fucking with dirt bikes
Me
and
and
pigeons.
Levi went to probation
Fucking
school
with him.
and Killer King.
Oh,
No
yeah?
shit.
School with Fish.
Yeah.
Man, hey, them dudes go way back, man. The Fishers, man. You know, them dudes, some rowdy little motherfuckers, man. I remember them dudes. So, okay, so Woodcrest
I remember
happened.
Oscar on 105th over there.
Oscar.
That's
Oscar.
Demon.
That's Demon?
Yeah,
Okay,
his
yeah,
name was
yeah.
Demon too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit. You remember Sonny's, the store in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that store, man. We
I used to go
frequent
by,
that store, for
man.
the Twinkies and suckers.
Man, all that junk was on that
all
corner.
that, yeah. It's gone? Is that store still there?
Yeah, they
All the
built a
junk
complex
stuff.
there now.
It's complexes and
It's
stuff there.
apartment complex.
Yeah.
And see, we talking about the history we know, we remember.
Right.
Now it's gone.
Yeah.
Now it's gone, you know. So there was Woodcrest, and from Woodcrest you went where?
Henry Clay.
Henry Clay. So by the time you get to Henry Clay, was you off the front porch yet?
Yeah.
When you come off the front porch, how old were you?
About 16.
16? What brought you off the porch?
I guess you could call it being a victim of my environment.
All right.
You know, you things was happening, you know. You got people who go to school over there, people who live on this side, live on that side, you know.
Mhm.
When you go to junior high, it's a trip because you're looking for those people that you comfortable with, right? So everybody side up and getting their little corners and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
After class, when the lunch bell rings
Right.
and all that old shit.
Recess,
And
all
then,
that shit.
then that's when everybody start looking at each other like, oh, they ain't from my side.
Mm.
You know, I felt that tension going to Henry Clay, you know. So I stayed with my niggas that I knew I had to walk home from school with, you know what I'm saying? And that was just it, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a lot of things though, man. Junior high for me, you couldn't concentrate on no goddamn math.
Right,
English.
science and
You
none of
gotta
that.
be worried about
Dealing with these
when I walk
cats.
out this class, this nigga gonna shoot me.
Yeah. So that's what circumstances, you know what I'm saying, situations brought you off the front porch, but not before then. You didn't come off the front porch to go get no money or chasing females.
Well,
you know that shit.
nah.
And, you know.
When I came off the front porch, it was just kicking with my friends.
All right.
You know, going to school, walking to school together, shit like that. You know, and what you mean? Oh, you mean like gangbanging off the front porch?
No, coming off the front porch.
Because I was off the front porch
and
at 16,
I need to understood.
15.
Yeah. It don't have to be gangbanging. What brought you off the front porch? You know what I'm saying? And I ask this question to a lot of cats because there are different circumstances that bring us off the porch. You know, some of us, you know, we live in a situation we ain't got nothing.
Right.
So we you know, I'm saying, man, I'm finna go find some money.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have that problem. I didn't have that problem. Your mom's work.
Yeah,
you know
relating that, right?
I come from, you know, upbringing. You know, I
Right.
can't say that my mama didn't have no money and she didn't provide no house
Right.
for us.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? She went to work every day. You know, made sure we went to school and all that little shit. Some schools I couldn't go to, but she didn't understand that. You know, and I was like, Mom, hey, look, you're gonna drop me off. And I'm hitting the back gate because he caught up in this motherfucker, all these motherfuckers. I know they want a nigga too, you know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
But one of my friends got killed, man, you know. And that you know, shit started.
It changed everything.
Yeah, you know. And you feel that sense of, you know, togetherness, you know what I mean? Like, man, you know, like I'm mourning now behind my little cousin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, rest in peace to them.
Things happen, man, and you know, take you from this part to the left, whatever, you know.
All right, I want to go over the Bobcat now, and I want to get at you same way I got at head right now.
Yes,
so let us know what it is, man. You know, where'd you come up and how? When?
All right, shit. I was like, I come off 67 in Hoover when I was like 4 years old. Then my mom's moved to 112th and Raymond in 69. My mom's and pops wanted the best for me. So they sent me and my bro to Catholic schools. Me, my bro, Green Eyes, rest in peace. And my little bro, who was mentally challenged, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we went to a Catholic school, you know.
Which Catholic school?
St. Francis Cabrini on Imperial Normie.
Yes, sir.
So, I used to see the homies. Matter of fact.
Where'd y'all live at that time?
On 112th Raymond.
112th Raymond. You did mention that. All right.
Over there,
all
69.
Right. Yeah.
So, matter of fact, when I got in like the 4th or the 5th grade, I used to see the homies going to public schools. And I was like, damn, I want to go to public school so bad, right?
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I first met Casper, Lil Who.
Which Casper?
Right?
BB?
Yeah,
brother?
BB's brother. Yeah. Lil Who.
Right.
Poochie Wink. You know what I'm saying? I met them, you know what I'm saying? So when I used to see them go to public school, I wanted to be just like them. I was like, damn, they going to public school, you know? So I'm like,
how old were you, Cat?
I was like, shit, like 8, 9, 10.
Damn.
Yeah. So I meet the homies. So next thing I know, I was around the big homies and shit, and that's when I started gang banging.
Wait a minute though. You did. Wait a minute though. Catholic school, man, and next thing you gang banging.
Banging at the
How
Catholic.
the fuck you come off the porch?
I was banging at the Catholic school.
Yeah.
At the motherfucking Catholic school.
Man, and here's the thing that get me here, and this some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You come from a household that was structured.
Yeah.
You said you had your mom and dad.
Exactly.
How the fuck you come off the porch? I'm trying to understand that, bro.
Hanging with the homies.
Whoa, who was that?
It was Casper.
You said Casper, yeah.
Lil Who, Winkle, Poochie, Ray. I was hanging with them.
And y'all was all just little childhood homies and shit.
Kids, yeah. Because me and Casper, we used to fight every day.
Man.
Casper fight every day.
That motherfucker was a cold piece, wasn't he? Rest in peace.
And then the cold part about it, it was Lil Who. He was like the bully.
Yeah.
He had some size, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I'm tired of him bullying me. So I wished on the star bright, star night.
Yeah.
First store I see tonight. I wish I may get some jokes so I can fuck him up. So we start gambling. Yeah, we start gambling. My point was 10. He said, no, your point is 4. I say, my point is 10. I'm fresh out of YA. He said, no, your point is 10. I snatched money and like, nigga, what you want to do? He said, oh, Cap, we family. We one family who's taking my money, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So after that, he didn't want to get down. And then Casper said something. I said, shut the fuck up. So I tell my bro, Green Eyes, if I would have fucked, we called him Mean Green back in the day.
Yeah.
I said, Mean Green, if I would have fucked Lil Hoover up, what you'd have did to Casper? He said, bro, I'd have fucked Casper up. I said, okay, you know. Then, you know, I met the big homies, Foot, Mo, Manny, Block, Stick, Snot Rag, you know, the big homies. And they taught us how to shoot dice and break in houses. And the Hoover shack was across the street from my house. And
every set had a shack.
Yeah. And
every Hoover set had a shack.
And the cold part about it, I remember Bam them first move, but my little partners was Lazelle and Goo, Hugo and Lil Hugo.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, stay right there.
Goo and Hugo from South Park. They lived down there.
Yeah, right where Bam stayed at. They stayed in that house.
Rest in peace, Goo. Shout out to Hugo, man. We feel you, homie.
But Hugo ain't gonna want to hear this, you know what I'm saying? I remember we was in the ditch, right?
Yeah.
Hugo Lazelle took a shit in the dips. No, not in the dips, in the field, took a shit and wiped his ass with a paper bag. I said, this nigga crazy.
Right now,
this nigga is crazy, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna say something, man. It might not look good. You ain't never done that?
No.
I'll tell you the truth.
I ain't never done that one.
Motherfucker, it didn't happen. Hey, it didn't happen, homie. So look, man, well, go ahead. Go on.
Yeah, we grew up, you know what I'm saying, going to double dips. Drag motherfuckers for their bikes. You know what I'm saying? And we had white friend pantry pride. We used to, you know, see and steal out that motherfucker.
Right.
It was, man, we some bad little motherfuckers.
Damn, you came off the porch and you in Catholic school. Mom and daddy at the house. You got structure outdoor. It had to be structure up in that motherfucker.
But it was some motherfuckers at Catholic school gang.
With the get out. Yeah, with the same situation.
Exactly.
With the get out. So the homies then brought you off the porch.
Yeah, they brought me off.
I don't see there's no need for money. I need to go get this. I need to go get that. Or a female.
And then
homies brought you off the porch.
I first came to Catholic school and brought a German Luca Deuce to school, and a female snitched on me, took me to jail, and the homies was mad, talking about, nigga, you owe us a gun. Lil Hoover and them, nigga, you owe us a gun, because that was all our gun, you know what I'm saying? You owe us a gun. I couldn't wait to get some size and punk that nigga.
Man.
To punk our ass. Yeah.
Wait, what Lil Hoover we talking about?
Lil Hoover from 11 Deuce.
No shit.
Yeah.
No shit. Hey, he was a bully?
Yeah, he was a bully.
You fucking me up.
He had some size back then. We was little. Nigga had nests. Yeah, he had size in it.
I ain't even know that cat. I didn't know who was bully like that.
He's still a bully.
You still a bully. You bullshitting. That motherfucker ain't been in 60 now. Gotta be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know him up.
Yeah, man.
He's brother. Yeah.
You fucking me up.
Yeah.
So that's what it was.
Yeah. BB was the homegirl.
I'm impressed because
we all grew up together.
Yeah, man. Come on, homie.
Spend the night over Casper house.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes when I run away, I go over Big Bam them house and watch my pops looking for me on the moped from the balcony, watching them.
Yeah. Man, you mentioned Cass. Well, you been with Cass and BB, man. I grew up with them, man.
Yeah.
That's some crazy shit, bro. Yeah, home.
Okay.
Yeah, home.
And see, all the people he talking about right now, we didn't know each other yet, huh?
Yeah, no, we didn't.
We ain't even know, but we in the same area. You know, coming up as kids, but then we finally start meeting each other. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first started gangbanging, getting put on the set or getting pressed or whatever you want to call it, that's when I started, you know, meeting homies on Raymond, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit. You know?
I think that's what's impressive about each Hoover set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all, I didn't have to know head, but I knew you. You knew head.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And in some way, boom. You know what I mean? Every Hoover set got that ingredient that get out where hey man, I might know you, but I know you, and as a result, boom, we end up interacting, interlocking.
Because we all started on different streets.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And ended up in
Yes,
the
sir.
one way.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Ended up in the one way.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So now I want to move over to BC, man. Lil Mack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
got
sir.
your
Yes,
blunt
sir.
ready? Get your blunt
I'm trying to
ready,
get it
I
right.
want you to hit that
You're
motherfucker
right.
while we talk.
Yes, sir. I'm
Feel
trying to
free,
get this
bro.
thing right.
That's what
for
we
you, bro.
doing.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to feel as free as
So
possible.
tell us about it,
Most
man.
definitely out of the
Tell
groove,
us
you know what I'm
about
saying? My story went sort of like this, you know what I'm saying? My mama, you know what I'm saying, and my daddy was married, you know what I'm saying, when I was born in California hospital.
Mm.
As a baby, you know what I'm saying, I got a real good memory, everybody know that. But as a baby, you know what I'm saying, my mama had brought us out the hospital, you know what I'm saying, because my uncles and great uncles and stuff always had property down there around what we now declared as Fortray Hoover, where
Right.
Fortray to the one-way aspect of thing at 41st Drive. Right there, they got like Menlo Elementary School down there now, but the property directly over the playground field, the two properties right there, my family, you know what I'm saying, my Uncle Arthur and my Aunt Mamie them had that property. So, you know what I'm saying, somewhere along how my dad would lean and how they was doing it. My uncle, one of my other uncles owned the property over in the 36th and 6th Avenue area. So they had my dad and them back with settling and moving out here from Tennessee because somewhere along the line, my mom, you know what I'm saying, my mom and my pops is out of Memphis, out of the north side. My family, a large side of my family out of north side Memphis stuff, you know what I'm saying? Until I think I'm out my mama's kids, I'm the first one born that's California raised. You feel me?
No shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Mack and Yo-Yo and them, you know
Was
what I'm
born
saying, in Tennessee. My
no
mom,
shit.
right. You feel me? My mama, you know what I'm saying, decided, you know what I'm saying, my mama went into labor the night after that they had bust down Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? My mama, you know what I'm saying? So after my mama had went into labor after the night they killed Malcolm X, the next day she had Yo-Yo and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So with what was going on sort of down there, if you look at the property where my family live at now, not on the north side, I'm talking about over there in that South Haven area, what they call White Haven. They used to call White Haven, we call it Black Haven now because of the white flight aspect of thing, and mostly it's a lot of the African American community has taken over that area right there. When you leave out and go right there where Elvis Presley property is at Graceland Center and all that stuff. So, you know, my family is spread up over there. But for me, as my mom them sort of moved away from them, I think we had a property I could read at a very young age. So, you know, I remember streets. And we had like a little house when I was like 2-ish over toward the Adams area.
Yeah.
Somewhere over there.
And you talking about Tennessee?
In California.
Oh, did you left
over by the age I was 2 or 3 years old? I stayed over there in that Johnny Pastrami's area or wherever that is.
Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah,
Montclair, something like that. It was like 27th and Montclair, and then after that we left from moving over there. We moved off of like 107th and San Pedro to the point where I stayed over there for like a year or so right there because back then my mom and my dad was still right, but Pops is like a Rolling Stone. Everybody know about Pops, him, and you know what I'm saying? It's like 11 of us, you know what I'm saying? So everybody ain't by mama, but it kind of like got them away from each other right there. And when he left and did his thing, kind of boogied back down toward Tennessee and shit, you know what I'm saying? We was still hanging out over there, but my mom was bringing my uncles and them and her family, all her siblings out from Tennessee this way because it was more economic opportunity out here in California than being in Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? And so when she got us structured up right there at the Pops went Rolling Stone and the situation over there off 107 in San Pedro was no longer the right setting for our family. We left and we had moved from that location at the age of 4. In 1970, I remember we had moved right there at 11111 South Berendo.
all ones.
All ones. If you come down,
They hard to forget though.
No, they ain't as a kid. When you pull in the yard right there, if you come down Berendo, it's the one street that got the biggest tree on the street, in the yard, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know, Pops that went Rolling Stone. And my mother, man, you know what I'm saying, was very talented with shooting pool and doing different nightlife scenes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And she
Yeah.
was sort of, here it is. My mama 20 years older than me. So I'm 5 years old. My mama 24, 25 years
Gotcha.
old with these kids out here, and she's single. And I'd already would see like the G homies that, you know what I'm saying, there's earlier mentioned around. I already knew how when we first moved over there, you know what I'm saying, directly across the street from us was, you know what I'm saying, the big homie, rest in peace, Goose and Fat Boy, which is brothers. Then, you know what I'm saying, some of the other dudes we discussed earlier, like Lil Ty and Fernando and all them. And the guys they spoke with, by that time, you know what I'm saying, it was time for elementary. So I already was at Woodcrest with
Wait a minute, when did y'all move over?
From off of San Pedro to 111.
Y'all moved to what street?
Barindo.
Where's that 100? What is that?
That's between the one way and 112 on 100 on Barindo. When you come into the streets in what we call down there, the top down there, you know what I'm saying? You got to know the streets and the orders, but you know what I'm saying? Barindo is like, you know what I'm saying, right off of my side.
Yeah.
It's sort of when you come into our little neck of the woods, you got to, like, you know what I mean?
I got you though,
You know?
Yeah.
But you know, everybody was down there, you know what I mean? There was a lot of older gentlemen down there that's, you know what I'm saying, the dudes who, all the older dudes that, you know what I'm saying, formulated the chapters of building, you know what I'm saying?
This is what we talking about.
That's what we talking about, You know what I'm saying? And the introduction of things.
So y'all got there Marindo. Did I say that right?
Yeah, to Barindo.
And then you end up at Woodcrest?
Yeah, at Woodcrest. Yeah.
You,
me, Mack Arthur,
Yo-Yo,
Yolanda. My little brother was a baby at that time, you know what I'm saying? So baby Mack was,
I remember him going.
He was a baby at that time, so he wasn't you know what I mean, babies.
He wasn't school bound like that.
Right, he wasn't school, he wasn't bound for school at that time, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I got there though, you know what I'm saying, the host of the team from that project we got full trade to the one way, they was already there. So elementary wise, you know what I'm saying, most of the dudes that's out of, you know, the high ends down there, 7-Eleven out the top. You know
so Woodcrest being the school y'all ended up at, you and your two siblings.
At that moment.
Right. At that moment. Who did you run into? Who became, because you had bro and sis you ran with, and I know this for a fact, you ran with them. Who else did you run with?
Well, you know what I'm saying, that everybody that between that street right there, you know, the streets that, you know what I mean, out the lay low, you know what I'm saying, they required to go to Woodcrest, so everybody would be there, you know what I'm saying, especially, you know what I'm saying, the homies from 107, because at that time, elementary at Woodcrest, you know what I'm saying, and what Hoover has formed today, you know what I'm saying, and defining themselves and stuff, you know what I'm saying, we all just products of the Hoover community, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? At that point in our life, I didn't know the difference between whether or not I knew Levi, Group, and all that, but I didn't know the difference between, I thought 7-Eleven was just one thing. Because the same people I see over here are the same people I see over there. They would always intermingle together. You know what I'm saying? But primarily, you know what I'm saying, like the older homeboys, like, you know what I'm saying, the G homie who, you know what I'm saying, ain't brought itself out to see us today, you know what I'm saying? The dudes that was his age. Because just like, you know what I'm saying, it's like, as it was defined to me, generational likewise, where not the typical generation as to how it worked down there, as the chapters as to how it become big homies, little homies, and this and that thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the strokes of the brush came across with names before me, you know what I'm saying? It's some reputables here, you know what I'm saying? Like the late Chicken Head, you know what I'm saying? And that brother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What brought you off the porch?
What brought me
off? Was it bro? Was it big bro?
Well, no.
What brought you off the front
I was sort of a little bit off the porch, you know what I'm saying? The definition of what really got off the porch, because at a young age, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? When we moved from that location right there, and a lot of people don't remember us staying right there, but it's homies who do remember we stayed there. We moved and we stayed at several locations down there.
All right,
you feel me?
Let me interject, because I remember we lived on 106 Belong in Normandy.
Right.
We lived right next to the green apartments. in the house that sat in the back. But me and you used to run together.
Right,
elementary.
most definitely.
But you said you lived on.
We moved because, you know what I'm saying, first, the house that we had got into, you know what I'm saying, I think that moms had them bills on her, all on her, and then she had a new car back then, because back then, moms drove like an electric 225, you know what I'm saying, and it was like, you know what I mean, you gotta look.
That was like Cadillac.
That was like a Cadillac.
Yeah,
It was like a Cadillac, you know what I'm saying? And she got these kids. But it was one thing, but she had a cool ass job.
Yeah.
And then she had met some dudes because they had like this little restaurant around the corner over there across the street from where U-Haul at today. They used to call it Coney Island.
On Vermont?
Yeah, Coney Island. But see, them dudes over from Coney Island, that was some of the same dudes that was, you know what I'm saying, slick dudes from around over there off of San Pedro. This grown, and I just would see them because they was like chasing moms, like, you know what I'm saying, hollering, what that old slick talking dude that, because Pops used to always stay suited and booted. And if you see him today, he stays suited and booted. But when he had disappeared, you know what I'm saying, you leaving this behind. You got dudes out there that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, get things did. You know what I'm saying? And it would always put them up. They see moms, she going to work or coming back, she had us and her kids, but then she had figured out, you know what I'm saying, a way to get to the bag herself, do something different than just her other job. You know what I'm saying? Moms used to, you know what I mean?
So it's insightful, it's deep.
Yeah.
So from Woodcrest, and I know I asked Head where he went.
I transferred.
Henry Clay.
I left from Woodcrest.
Where'd you go?
That's Woodcrest is just elementary because I graduated from Manchester. Because I graduated from Manchester. We moved. We had like 4 different houses down here.
You got to be right, because I think we was at Woodcrest third grade.
Third,
4th grade, something like that.
The 3rd grade, actually, you know what I'm saying? The 3rd grade, my mama let me go back to Tennessee to stay with my grandmama to do the 3rd in Tennessee. So I went down there to Hillcrest Elementary. Down there, they got when I was going to Hillcrest, everybody at the school, from the kindergarten to 12th grade, everybody right there, right? The school right there by Elvis Presley, little bad, right? And my cousins, they still stayed.
And that's in Tennessee.
In Tennessee.
Right, got you.
You know what I'm saying? But then when I came back, when I got back down here, we moved. That's when we first moved into that apartment building across the street from Mama's Barbecue, where Booby and all us lived in the apartments together.
That's when I first met y'all.
Yeah, we had all,
and that's the homeboy, man.
And
Booby was a motherfucker.
Dude, if you remember back then, they used to have the cleaners right there behind our house. And the dude right there, you know what I'm saying, one day, you know what I'm saying, he would always see how I would be helping my mama out, you know what I'm saying. And I used to speak to the dude, you know what I'm saying. Other dudes, people used to be teasing and laughing at him because he was sort of a heavy set guy, probably about 500, 600 pounds.
Whoa.
They ran the cleaners. Lewis, Big Lewis, used to have a hair.
I remember the cleaners though.
He had the cleaners right there. He had a hairdo like the Barry White, man. Big old heavy set dude, man.
Perm and
He
shit.
drove that motherfucking car, man. When he come up in that motherfucker, he let me, man, excuse my language on the podcast, y'all, but he let me, man, at the end, he said, man, he had seen some of my he was giving little kids little treats and shit around for who be doing good at school. And he had said, let me see what you got. Their moms told him, said, that nigga got an A on his report card. Lewis, I went and showed. I said, Mom say I always get A's and B's. So I had to show him, and he seen some of my work and my handwriting. He said, who handwriting is it? It's his handwriting. He said, you smart. He said, man, come here. You know what I'm saying? He had went and when I started seeing at the counter him how he started laundry and all that, man, he's always sitting in his chair like this, man. And that's where I got my first job when I was 9 years old. I used to write I separate the tags, staple what it is from silk, and this and that, to separate the clothes, man. You know what I'm saying? And
and I was asking you, what brought you off the porch?
I always had a desire, man, to when I came in there, man, you know what I'm saying? What really brought me out the porch, because I really didn't get out the porch right then, man. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, they used to have a little bus that come around there, man, you know what I'm saying, on Sunday to see who want to go to church. I
remember that bus.
I push up and jump
in the 70s, yeah.
Southside Christian Palace in Pierre,
Vermont. I remember that bus coming in the 70s and
Southside Christian Palace. I'm up in Pierre. My mama didn't introduce me.
So when Big Bro brought you off porch?
What I seen what bro was doing at that time, man, you know what I'm saying? I had already dibbled and dabbled trying to get my own little money, but as far as it go for, you know what I'm saying, brought me to say that I was gonna do what I had to do with them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a family, it's families of us, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's families before I met them that's just not here, like Ball and them
Yeah.
family. When I was 4 and 5 years old, Ball and them family, his mom's, rest in peace, the late
Yeah.
Q Ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? Moms, the late moms, his moms and his pops, Bones and Strawberry, bro. At that time, they was, you know what I'm saying, if it's politically correct for me to let you know, they was already riding before it was any of these other motorcycle clubs.
Right.
They was riding with the big club over here. And at that time, my uncle, resting in peace, you know what I'm saying, he was fighting out that gym across the street from them. You know what I'm saying? The same gym Sugar Ray Leonard came up out of, right there on 108th and Broadway, right across the street from the Chosen. You know what I'm saying?
Back club,
yeah. So when they came out there, bro, you know what I'm saying, when it would be, we ended up, all of us was moving, and my uncle and them moved. My Uncle Perry, you remember Uncle Perry?
Yep.
He had moved out here, and him and his wife. But when he came from Tennessee, he was already whatever you supposed to be doing to be on. When he came here, man, you know what I'm saying, he had a 73 Cadillac and a 72 Datsun. So he was doing something.
He was pimping.
Him and his girl. They came down here, man.
Yeah, the hustle.
Yeah.
And our family was staying in apartments. So my grandmama said, man, you know what I'm saying, she wanted to get us all settled in a better situation because them apartments ain't us. And you know what I'm saying, they had been all looking for houses. So they had came back one day and they were saying that they had found a property off of 83rd and 83rd and Flower, right? The last house as you come up under the Harbor Freeway. You know what I'm saying? So
those who know, know.
Those who know, they know. You know what I'm saying?
Those who know, know.
Hey, Bubs, I didn't know you went to Woodcrest.
Man, come on. I lived on 106, but long enough.
But then we moved back to the turf again.
Run to school with him.
We moved back
and
to
his
the
sister
turf.
and Matt.
After
A
I
little
graduated,
X-ray.
we came back home because after we had moved down there, and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it was like two residents, the front house and the back house. But we had moved, we came back in the turf again because we had stayed right there where you see where they built that new pretty sheriff department station at.
Where Lennox?
Nah.
Which one? Firestone?
Imperial Normandy.
Yeah.
Across the street from Devil.
Oh, yeah. That's some new shit, real shit. I passed by that shit about a week ago. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I promise you.
Three
Got
apartment
you.
units. They had
Is that Lennox though?
Yeah,
that's Lennox shit.
They don't call it Lennox. They call that
Satellite Sheriff
They
Station.
call it South Station.
Satellite
Sheriff South Station or
so
something.
where they used to take us
Off of 108th and Lennox.
108.
That's what the Lennox.
108th,
down
man.
that made that like
I've been there.
library or something over
that
there.
little corner right there.
Yeah,
I've been there. They didn't like me up. But I'm trying to, so from that Woodcrest, you evolved. You ended up going to what junior high?
I started off at Henry Clay.
Henry Clay?
Yeah, I started off junior high at Henry Clay. I did the 7th grade at Henry Clay and stuff.
What was that like for you?
Me landing Henry Clay, by the time everything that was going on, you know what I'm saying, it was an era for me, you know what I'm saying, because you know what I'm saying, I got, you know what I'm saying, I had at that time, you know what I'm saying, my brother 4 years older than me, and you know, everybody who know Hoover Mack had cars since he was 14 years old.
Say again, man, who your brother was.
No, Hoover Mack had a car since he was 14 years old.
Straight up, bro.
Yeah, Hoover Mack Hoover
Mack was his big brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Big brother shit.
So you know what I'm saying, when he first bought the car, it was always a secret. Don't tell mama. We couldn't tell mama.
Oh, moms didn't know he had the car.
We couldn't tell mama he had a car because when the first time, because he bought the first car he bought a '64 Nova, exactly same car that the rest in peace Lil Hoover from 7-4 had, and the man sold Mack the car, and when my mama found out that Mack had the car, my mama found out Mack had purchased the car and went and made Mack take the car back to the man,
get the money,
and got the money back, and told that man, my son a minor, and you don't sell my son no car, boo, 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 and got the money back from Mack. She didn't take the money from Mack. She gave Mack his money back, but told Mack couldn't have no car. So at that time, we had already been in a 70s.
How old was Mack when that happened?
14.
14?
Yeah, 14. And then, you know what I'm saying, he later, that same money, he said to hell with mama. He got his money back. He snuck and got another car. So when we would go to school, that going to school, how we getting to school thing. Shit. Mack had ran away from home because remember everybody know at first it was just Forbes, and then my little sister, who everybody know just lately committed suicide.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? My baby sister.
Rest in peace. Yeah, Shay.
During her pregnancy at the
Rest
height
in
of
peace, bro.
Hoover 11 Deuce. It's gluing itself. My mother had been pregnant through the height of that because she was very intricate piece in holding us together, man. She was always in the whole extended family, But my baby sister was always in her stomach at that time, you know what I'm saying? So I got a little sister that's like 12 or 13 years old. So when mama couldn't check, she's thinking she giving us our school money. She thinking we walking to Henry Clay and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in the car.
Yeah, because Mack and Shay Daddy, Mack let Shay Daddy know right now all that whooping grown boys up in this house that, you know what I'm saying? It's a no. And he broke down and hollered at moms and told her, well, you know what I'm saying, if Mack can't respect him as the man of the house, how that's gonna work with me in this house and shit. By the time he came to the room to call himself gonna do what he gonna do to Mack, Mack had sawed off Gage and told him, said, no, you know what I'm saying, I ain't doing no more whoopings. He made me and my little brother, who was born at that time, baby Mack was like 8 or 9 years old, and I was like 12 or so, you know what I'm saying, help him pillowcase up his belongings and throw it out that window in the apartments downstairs, you know what I'm saying, so he can go around. And he walked out. He you know what I'm saying, he held Salamu to make sure my stepfather didn't get the blower, and he backed out, and he looked at it like that, like then, you know what I mean? It was like, you know what I'm saying, he like, we had talk on the way to school. He said, I ain't looking at it like moms is taking him over
aside, so to speak. Yeah.
Mack just dismissed himself from the premises and started having it, whereas, at that time they was all way into the action that we had, where the honeycomb had been going up and running. But they was like, you know what I'm saying, like lingering around and hanging. A lot of head backyard had like a camper back there and stuff. And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Let me jump over there. Yeah, what the camera was for? Where?
Hey man, we had to have some type of shelter, you know what I'm saying?
That was it wasn't a shack, but that's
place or a greet place, you know what I'm saying?
Talk about that, man.
No, that was just something in Miles' backyard. We came over there, everybody gathered up, we had somewhere to go. And we even had the basketball court back.
Trey folks, 7-11, the Deuce and the 9. You have been, you will be
But we ain't gang banging, this is about education. We trying to educate our youth right now, nigga. Hey. Said day is the best day. Skip walking across the floor in the best way. From Trey to the one way. It's a stump day. LA to the NY. Let this funk play.
Back in them days, it was love, loyalty, respect, and honesty.
That's my nigga Gumby right
there. Ex-busters, hooks, and snitches put on pedestals and ventilators.
Say lows on that Hoover shit. HIP, Tony Moon, one of the hardest poets I ever heard connected with this star shit. Hey, baby Jap and Jap 5, quick to set it off on the mic in the shack live.
When the shit get real and feel to the wheel, and then you will see sitting up in that motherfucker, looking at that light center, that death center.
Then they run into a witness stand, telling on their own homeboys.
Hoover stomp all night like this. Hoover stomp
I know trouble, I know how to start them big ass motors.
I'm a New York nigga in the Pacific Sun. I say West Side Hoover if you ask where I'm from. Province California runs, infusing my lungs. All about my bread, I ain't leaving.
Understand the end game. What's your end game? What's your purpose?
Keep one in the head or I don't need a gun. I'm with Hawk on Hoover Street with a low ass drum. Hopping down Figueroa with a wholesale and gun. Grooving like this, come second to none. Grooving like Scone Young, grooving like Boogie Bone. I'm bad to the bone.